Arsenal 3, Kairat 2 match reaction. Our Champions League campaign comes to an end with 8 wins out of 8, which in itself is quite amazing. Our first team to ever do it. That is brilliant. We expected the game to be a little bit, more fun today. I was expecting, for a few more goals. I was expecting, a goal and assist from Madueke or as, more goals from Gyökeres. Didn't turn out that way, but we got the victory. Today was it was just all about finishing the 8th game. To be honest, my mind was really on the Leeds game, even with us playing today. What we did in the past 7 games that we played in the Champions League so far this season is to make sure that we weren't part of all the drama going on today. There was a lot of drama today. Real Madrid, Inter Milan, Chelsea, Man City, Barcelona, Sporting, all these teams wondering, are they going to finish 5th? Are they going to finish 9th? Are they going to finish 13th? 14th? All the teams, trying to qualify for the knockout phase. All those teams were part of drama today. And what we did by winning all our 7 games before this was making sure we aren't part of this drama, which is great. We also gave ourselves, an opportunity to rest most of the players in the team. And, no Gabriel today, no Saliba, no Raya, no Timber, no Saka, Rice, Merino suspended. I don't think they would have played today anyway. No Trossard, who else didn't play today? No Zubimendi, like so many players weren't there today. We got to see a couple of youngsters playing. We got to see some minutes for Calafiori, minutes for Mosquera, minutes for a couple of youngsters. Well done to Ibrahim and Bailey Joseph as well. We got to see Havertz starting and getting a much needed run, a much needed start. I think he hasn't started for us for more than 300 days or something. So that was great. So that is the opportunity we gave ourselves today, a chance to rest players and a chance just to enjoy the game and just to enjoy the game. And we did for the first half. The first half was very enjoyable. I thought we were going to get a couple of more goals in the second half. I mean, we had a lot of chances to get more goals. Gyökeres should have had a hat-trick. Eze should have pulled the trigger a couple of times as well. Madueke should have hit the target a couple of more times as well. We could easily have had 6-7 goals. I think we had like 12 shots on target or something, close to 26 shots or something like that. I mean, I can just confirm here right now, we had a lot of shots in this game. We had 9 big chances and only scored 3 goals. So we missed 6 big chances in this game, which is it's crazy. We had unexpected goals, an XG of 4. We had 25 shots in total, so that's a lot. 11 corner kicks. Most of them are terrible corner kicks, to be honest. But we did our job early on in the season. Those wins against Bayern Munich, those wins against Atletico Madrid, against Bilbao away, those were very, very good wins. Inter Milan away, and that's why we were able to rest all these players. Speaking of resting players, this is what we went for today. We went with Calafiori, Mosquera, Ben White, and Lewis Kelly as the back 4. Strong team still, Kepa in the goal, and then midfield, Nogard, Havertz, and Eze. Havertz was the one playing on the right side the most. Eze was the one who was playing on the left side the most. Martinelli, and then Madueke and Gyökeres up front. And then on the bench, we had 4 or 5 youngsters there, Setford and Potter, both goalkeepers, and then Salmon, who's played for us before, and then Bailey and Ibrahim, who haven't played for us before, and then Jesus, Trossard, Saka, Odegaard, Zubimendi, Nkapie, Gabriel. We were hoping we weren't going to need any of them. We didn't really need any of them to come on. Odegaard did come on, maybe because obviously some players can't play 90 minutes, so that is absolutely fine. As they go to play 90 minutes today, we saw Havertz returning and getting a goal and all that. A goal and an assist. No, the assist went to Gyökeres, but the first half was pretty good. My prediction for this game was I said we were going to concede a goal. I said Arsenal 4, Kairat 1. The total number of goals was correct, but 1 goal went to them from us, so it was 3-2. She didn't really have considered that goal at the end. The first goal, he considered a bit of carelessness, really, from Calafiori. The commentators said it's because he just returned, but it doesn't matter. Even if you haven't played for 2 years, the rustiness shouldn't really pull anyone back. Even if you haven't played for 3 years, that was a bit of carelessness. Maybe you'd have gotten and scored in that situation, but my worry was don't get a red card in such a silly manner, but I don't think they give red cards in those situations. But there was a first attempt early on in the game as they're attempting a pass for Havertz. By the way, I was really waiting to see Havertz and Gyökeres starting a game together ever since we signed Gyökeres. If you go back to preseason, I said we are going to see Havertz and Gyökeres playing somewhere together. Unfortunately, Havertz has been injured all season. I was thinking, these games that, teams are going to pack the bus. You're maybe going to see Havertz and Gyökeres in a front two or something. We haven't really gotten to see that. This is the first time we've really gotten to see Havertz and Gyökeres on the pitch at the same time. And it gave us a goal within 1 minute of the game. Fantastic work from Havertz. Very, very good through pass to Gyökeres and a fantastic finish from Gyökeres to make it 1-0. And at that point, I was thinking, okay, this is perfect. They're very open. Let's get a couple of more goals before halftime. Let's make it 5 or 6. Let's give all these guys, goals in this game. Havertz was brilliant in this one. Havertz was really, really good. He could easily have had a couple of more assists. He was moving the ball quick. He was popping up on the right wing, popping up inside the box, moving the ball quick. He looked like he hasn't been away. I saw someone saying Havertz is the guy who's going to win us the league. I mean, if we get the Havertz we got in the 23-24 season, the Havertz we got from January to May of the 23-24 season, where he scored, I think, against Sheffield, against Burnley, twice against Chelsea. I think he scored against Newcastle that season. He was really good from January to May of that year. Havertz. If we get that Havertz right now, that would be a big plus for us because he understands the team more, and he can play several different positions. He can come on as a sub. He can start a few games, so that could help us. So today was promising. I know it's only Kairat, but it was still very promising for his first start. And then literally 3 minutes later, Calafiori gave away the penalty. Kairat scored for me to make it 1-1. But then we started dominating position once again, and Havertz got the goal. The goal was very, very good, a very well-worked goal. The pass from Ben White, the control from Havertz, the composure to go past 2-3 players and put it past the goalkeeper. That was fantastic from Havertz to make it 2-1. He didn't really celebrate. He's happy to be back. Very confident. That was fantastic. The goal from the Benfica goalkeeper was crazy. All this drama is what I didn't want to be part of. The goalkeeper scoring in the last minute. Imagine that, the goalkeeper scoring in the last minute, meaning that you don't qualify. Thankfully, you're not part of all that. So that was a fantastic finish from Havertz. The best goal of the day, for sure. I mean, the Gyökeres one was good because we have not really seen that. Havertz through pass to Gyökeres running in behind. I haven't really had those kind of goals. Not even just this season. You haven't really seen one-on-one goals in a long time. You can count maybe 7 or 8 out of the last 8 seasons in terms of one-on-one goals. Martinelli, Madueke was very skillful. Madueke was very good in terms of getting past players in that first half, but the second half we saw the end product once again is not there, and that is a worry. Martinelli getting the third goal, it could easily have been a Gyökeres goal. It ended up being a Gyökeres assist. The goal came from Havertz. Nice work on the right side to a good pass to Havertz. Havertz with the cross could easily have been a Gyökeres goal, but Martinelli tapped it in on the line. Martinelli, 7 goals in 8 Champions League games. That is 7 or 6. I think Martinelli is 1 goal away from equaling Thierry Henry's record or something. I think he has 6. Is it 6? I need to confirm that. How many Champions League goals does Martinelli have? Can I remember from the top of the head? I know he scored against Bayern. I know he scored against Bilbao. I know he scored today. I know he scored against Club Brugge. Feels like it's 6. There's a game he didn't play. If he had played the Slavia, I think Slavia Prague, he missed the game. Was it Slavia Prague or Atletico? There's a game. No, Atletico he scored. I think he missed against Slavia Prague. You'd have had 8 or 9 goals so far this season. I think he might have 6 Champions League goals this season, Martinelli, which is a great return. I think is 1 away from equaling Thierry Henry's record. So yeah, 6 goals, which is pretty good from Martinelli. Champions League, Martinelli is quite different. So 3-1 to Arsenal. Gyökeres had a shot that was cleared off the line after that. At halftime, I was thinking, listen, let's get a 4th, let's get a 5th, and then take off the players and bring on some of the youngsters we had on the bench. Incapi came on for Calafiori. I think that's a good sub. Calafiori did have a good first half. Maybe they had planned to give him 45 minutes. He was also on a yellow card, so good sub. And then Odegaard came on for Havertz. I think that was also planned. Give Havertz 45 minutes and then take him off. Odegaard actually had 2 or 3 shots in the second half, and nearly all of them came from headers. We aren't really used to Odegaard ending up heading the ball in the box, but he did. And then Madueke had a shot that was saved. There's a lot of goalkeeper saves in that second half. The goalkeeper saved a lot of shots from Madueke, from Odegaard, from multiple players. Gyökeres had a cross to Eze. Eze should have shot quickly in that scenario. He didn't. And then Jesus came on for Gyökeres. Bailey Joseph came in for Martinelli. And then Jesus Jesus actually scored. It was a very good goal from Jesus from across from a long pass from Nogard, but it was disallowed, unfortunately. It didn't really look offside to me, but I need to check it again. But anyway, we saw Ibrahim coming on, we saw Bailey Joseph coming on, and then Kairat scored in the last minute, literally the last second of the game, to make it 3-2. Defensive lapses at that point. I think we are very comfortable. Youngsters coming on, and everyone was just waiting for the final whistle. Careless goal to concede, because sometimes, that kind of goal, if you concede that kind of goal in the Premier League, it could be the difference between you and winning the Premier League. A 1-goal difference, 2-goal difference could be the difference. But listen, we won the game 3-2, 8 wins out of 8 in the Champions League. Our focus turns to the Premier League now, and then the Carabao Cup as well. We have no Champions League game for the next 4 weeks, 5 weeks. And because of the teams that have finished 9th to 16th, the last 16 team is not going to be easy unless some of the teams that are 17th to 24th, shock the likes of Inter Milan and Madrid. We are probably going to end up in the last 16 with either a Real Madrid again, or an Inter Milan, or we could end up with a Dortmund. We could end up with, I don't think we can play Newcastle. We could end up with a PSG. They've also finished there. So we could easily play any of those teams. So let's see though. But Champions League, focus is not there right now. Focus is on the league and the Carabao Cup for the next couple of weeks, and also the FA Cup, and then the Champions League. We'll look at it later on in February, at the end of February or something. So quick player ratings. I'm going to give Kepa 6 out of 10. This goal from HAVERTZ was really, really good. Fantastic goal. 6 out of 10 for Kepa. Didn't have much to do. I'm going to give Ben White a 7 out of 10. Captained the team today, so well done to him. Mosquera, I'm going to give him a 6. There's a couple of times in the first half he literally just gave away the ball to the opponent without any pressure. Calafiori, 5. That penalty giveaway is very sloppy. Lewis Kelly, I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. Nogard could easily have had an assist if it wasn't disallowed, and he also won a lot of his duels. I think it was 6 out of 8 ground duels in that midfield, and most of his aerial duels, so that was good. 7 out of 10. HAVERTZ, fantastic. He had a goal, could have had an assist as well. 8 out of 10. I think he was really good, and the goal was absolutely fantastic, and he was only on for 45 minutes, so that was impressive. Eze needed more. There's a couple of times he was taking too much time to shoot the ball. We need some goals and assist, some end products. But the second half, there's a few times he was, pulling the strings, good through passes to Martinelli and all that. But 6 out of 10. Madueke, first half, skill-wise and all that, he was dribbling past those players for fun. There's a couple of times he was just absolutely disrespectful with the skills, but the end product, and also for Eze, both of them, the corner kicks terrible. Corner kicks were terrible, and Madueke, end product, we cannot be taking shots from inside near the goalkeeper and going for goal kicks and for throw-ins and all that. That showed that he put over the ball something way far from the bar. Terrible. At the end of the game, 6 out of 10. Martinelli, 7 out of 10. He scored again, so I'm going to give him a 7. Gyökeres, he could easily have had 3 goals, so that's why I'm not giving him an 8 or something, but 7 out of 10 for him. Off the bench, Hincapié, I think he was the one who was marking the guy who scored for Kairat. So 5 or say, I'm just going to give him a 5. 5 for Hincapié. Odegaard didn't see much. He had a couple of headers. 6 out of 10. Jesus, 6. Who else came on? Ibrahim, Bailey Joseph, 6 out of 10. Ibrahim, 6 out of 10. It's usually tough, to... I saw Bailey Joseph a little bit, but it's tough, when the game is basically over and players are, things are calm and all that. He didn't get the ball a lot, so 6 out of 10 for both of them. Match as well, just a usual game. We weren't really going out there to, we were hoping for goals, but we weren't going out there. The game basically didn't mean anything. It's the dead rubber, so 6 out of 10. So yeah, that is it. Let me know who your man of the match was. Our focus turns to Leeds. That one is not a dead rubber. That one is a big game. If you want to go 7 points clear before Man City played Tottenham, Tottenham are supporting Man City in that game. So I don't know how that fares for us. We just need to win our games and focus on ourselves. If you win our games, you win the league. So let's focus on that one. Champions League is now over. 8 out of 8 wins. Fantastic. The Champions League campaign this season, I've really enjoyed it. Bayern Munich at home, fantastic. Atletico Madrid at home, fantastic. Club Brugge away. Slavia Prague away. All those games are really fantastic. Inter Milan. I think I've enjoyed all the games in the Champions League this season. Now, obviously, today was a dead rubber, but I've enjoyed all the Champions League games. Martinelli has been fantastic. Gyökeres has had 4 goals in the Champions League. Battering Atletico and Bayern at home, those are all good. So thank you for watching. Focus turns to Leeds, and catch up with you guys on the next one.